we're looking at lesson 108 today. Sums and differences of two cubes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Was that no.
You've been doing this all year.
Oh, maybe.
You remember x squared minus y squared is x minus y times x plus y? Yes.
Difference of two squares always factor.
Colon.
Colon. Stop.
Enter.
Tab. X squared.
And then the sum of two squares, x squared plus y squared, never factors. You remember? Like x squared minus 4 will factor, but x squared plus 4 doesn't factor. Okay, those you should have already learned. I'm coming over here. So see if you can correctly factor that. Someone want to go write how to factor it? Do you agree? Okay. What about this one? Someone go. Okay. Why doesn't that one factor? Because it's a sum of squares. Okay. Someone go be brave and factor this one. I couldn't go to sleep last night either. I was like wide awake. It was midnight. I'm like, just like.
I'm always awake at like. I can't go to sleep before.
No, I normally go to sleep at like 9:30.
I have to get my sleep, or I don't wake up.
Do you agree? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10C at the very end. Do I need to go over it?
No.
Okay. Looking at one more?
No.
Why doesn't it work?
Oh.
Okay. So we've done some of those.
What is this?
What is this?
Oh, yay.
Look familiar?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've used A's and B's before.
How'd you work with us all year on these?
Yeah. Yes, you need to write them down.
Oh, this is that thing.
This is that thing that y'all don't want to learn. Now it's going to be on your homeworks. Now it's going to be on your test. That's why we've been practicing with them all year long.
Problem just things since we've been doing these all year.
We're giving her ideas.
What? We're just doing one lesson today.
Because last time we did
Well, the advanced factoring one was like 3 examples and then we were done. Yeah, this is your formula. And here's the other formula. Do I need to go over them? Do you remember using these before? I've used A's and B's instead of X's and Y's.
We don't have to go over it.
Yeah, we're going to do some examples.
I remember I've done them.
Alright, so let's try one. Factor it. See if you can correctly factor it.
Wouldn't it be X minus B?
That was right. Are we using a cubed plus b cubed or a cubed minus b cubed? Why minus? Because there's a minus sign there.
I think I got this.
Okay, so what is our formula? A minus b, x minus y.
X squared plus AB plus B.
Does that make sense? Okay, so what is our a cubed? X cubed, y cubed. So what is just a? Does that make sense? Because the cube root of a cubed is just a. The cube root of x cubed is x. The cube root of y cubed is y. What about minus our b? What is our b term going to be? Do you see how that works? Once you have these two, if you know your formula, it makes it a lot easier. A squared. What is this squared? X squared, y squared. AB plus xyp or pxy, and then plus p squared. Yeah, A and B, or X and Y. They put a lot of X's and Y's. That's why I've always used the A's and the B's. Any other questions? Okay. Looking at another one. Are we using the same formula? Why not? Not the exact same formula. Similar. Mhm.
What are they gonna do with us next week? Where are all of our papers gonna be? Like, we're not gonna have anybody.
Y'all are gonna go to the library during this hour.
What about Saga and Lady?
They'll have subs.
I'll try to think of the story. Well, the only reason we're seeing this to the library is because we don't work on
Otherwise, you'd go to the sub.
the
They got 2 subs, and they didn't put a sub in my classroom because I had the fewest number of students, and so my classes go to the other 2 subs because I had the fewest number of students that they had to relocate. So they either go to the sub or y'all are going to the library, but everybody else is going to one of their subs.
So we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the other thing. Oh, and I was like, I had to work too for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Someone want to go factor that?
Teachers, pardon the interruption. The track team members that are going on the meet today should have already been released to go to the field house. Thank you.
Let's go.
They send us a list.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I got. I was
except those are
You're missing a
connected.
part. Yeah, you're missing.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm right.
I got it right. That's what I got.
I agree. Now, how to get that? What is the cube root of 8? 2. What about the cube root of m cubed? And the cube root of y to the 6th? Same thing over here, the cube root of x cubed. Basically, you take your numbers and take the cube root of them. You take your exponents and just divide by 3. Does that make sense? And so you have 2 y squared plus x, and then 2 squared is 4, m squared is m squared, y squared squared is y to the 4th, minus x times this, plus x squared. Yes? Please don't put scratch work. Please do them in your head. Does that make sense? Any questions?
What do you mean is red word?
Like you do not need to show your work for these. That's what he's asking. I'm not going to look at your work for this. Well, I guess I will look to see if you have work, but I'm probably just going to mark it wrong. Because there's not much work you can show for these. You either know the formula and you know how to use it, or you don't. Just like area of a circle, you either know your radius or you don't. You know how to plug it into the formula or you don't. Any other questions on the factoring? Okay. Looking at one more.
Oh, wow.
Yes, this is the last one. Figure it out. Anybody want to clue these people in?
Scott, sit down. She's taking it over.
Adding them to
You divide. So if you have the cube root, what do you do with your exponent? 12 over 3 is 4. So you have a to the 4th and then b to the 4th. Does that make sense? Y'all see how that works? Now what? Why a to the 8? Okay, and then what? Okay. Y'all see how that works? Any questions there? So what do you do to your coefficients? Take the cube root. What do you do to your exponents? Divide by what? 3. You're taking the cube root, but you're dividing your exponent by 3. Any questions on this? Okie dokie then. Go ahead and clear your desk for your test correction.